Welcome, listeners, to another episode of the Chris Talks Show. Here's your host, Chris Talks.
What's up, listeners? I hope that you're having a good day because I am definitely having a good one. All right, folks, let's get right into our top topic for this episode, which is going to be a child fatally injured after a youth pastor let him and multiple kids hang on to the outside of a moving van. I wanted to make sure I got that clear. Yes, they were hanging on the outside of a moving van. We're going to go to Sarah to report the story. Let's get right into it.
Thank you, Chris. An Ohio youth pastor faces felony charges including vehicular homicide after one of the children in the congregation died after he was thrown from a church van. Rushawn Patterson, 26, is the youth pastor at the Alive Now Church in Canton, according to reporting by local CBS affiliate WOIO. On Sept. 6, Patterson was driving a van owned by the church when he allegedly allowed several teenagers to ride on the side of the van. According to a police report obtained by WOIO, most of the teens jumped off the van when they spotted a pothole in the road. One boy, however, never saw the pothole. When Patterson drove over it, the boy was reportedly thrown from the van and hit his head. Another police report stated that the boy was ejected from the van when it hit the pothole. And when his head hit the street, the injury ultimately resulted in his death. Patterson now faces 1 count of vehicular homicide and 1 count of endangering children. He appeared in court on Monday, and his bail was set at $1 million cash. A judge stated in court that bond would be revisited during a status conference on Wednesday. Patterson is currently in custody at the Stark County Jail. WOIO confirmed that the Ford van was owned by the Alive Now Church. The station also confirmed with the church that Patterson was a youth pastor there and that the alleged victim was part of the church congregation. The Alive Now Church did not provide any further comment. Back to you, Chris.
All right, Sarah, thank you for that report. Can you drop my bomb real quick? All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is a point of the show where I give you my view and my opinion. And this is what I think, all right? First and foremost, I'm going to say what everybody is probably thinking, okay? What the Really?
Bruh.
Really? But before I get into that, can we drop a church bell for this person that life was lost in a situation real quick, please? Can we do that real quick? Thank you for that. I also want to thank, CBS? Is it CBS? I want to make sure I'm right. Okay. Yeah, CBS. I also want to thank CBS for this story. We did dig into this story a little bit more, but there wasn't too much difference. But let's get right into it. And I have to say, this has got to be the dumbest thing, like really the dumbest thing that anybody or any adult could do.
Bruh.
I'm just being serious. This is like the stupidest thing anybody could do. Now, I don't know. How old was this young man again? He was somewhere in his 20s, I guess, right? But had to be. It had to be because, I mean, he's a youth pastor. If you're a youth pastor, which I think is really stupid. I don't think there's such such title as a youth pastor. I mean, it doesn't say a youth pastor in the Bible, so I don't follow that part.
Bruh.
But this has got to be the most stupidest thing that somebody could do, to allow children, anybody, children or any adult, to sit there and hang out of a window while you are driving a vehicle. No, not hang out the vehicle, my bad. To ride on the outside of the vehicle while you are driving the car. Like, for real.
Bruh.
That is 100% dangerous. I mean, no human body, no human can what's the word I'm looking for? Uh, Withstand the impact of a car going 30 or 40 miles an hour and you're on the outside of that car. Whatever you hit, okay, or whatever hits you is going to do some damage.
Bruh.
Period. Just hanging on the outside of a car. That has got to be the dumbest thing. Probably one of the top 10 dumbest things to do in this world. This guy being charged, as far as him being charged, let me say this. As far as him being charged, I think he is being properly charged with this crime, because this is definitely a crime, a stupid crime, and a senseless one. All right,
Bruh.
but a crime nevertheless. You know, can we also throw the dummy buzzer in there for him, please? Thank you. Throw the dummy buzzer in there for him. Because it was a foolish act. It was a dumb act. In no form or no sense do I see this as being a mistake, because even the kids, okay, now I don't know what type of crap these kids be sitting there watching on YouTube TV or what. I don't know what's the new thing these days.
Bruh.
Don't know. But whatever it is, okay, it had to affect their mind, but worse is that he allowed these kids to affect his judgment, which was making the wrong judgment to allow them to ride on the outside of this car. What was this? Do we have a picture of the van? Can we pull up a picture of that van real quick? You don't? Okay. Sorry about that. There's no picture of the van. But I can imagine like one of those church vans are probably usually, like when you see some of these big church vans, they're probably like 15 passenger. Yeah, like, you know, at least 10 or 15 passenger vans. At least 10 to 15 passenger vans. So yeah, I don't understand what the hell this guy was thinking. I'm sorry, I'm trying to report it right, but I just can't get over what the hell was this guy thinking, letting these kids ride on the outside of his van. It makes no sense to me at all. Well, if I could just, I just think that this guy, he was really irresponsible. I think a proper pastor or somebody else probably should have been driving instead of this guy. I just think he was really, really irresponsible. He made a really bad and irresponsible decision. I also think that I'm convinced that probably these kids, probably in some form or way, I'm not sure. It's just my opinion. Probably convinced him to let them do that, or maybe I don't know what took place in that van. I wasn't there, but I'm just saying, it's just kind of really weird to me that somebody would just allow, you know, a bunch of kids to just, you know, it doesn't make any sense. I'm sorry, I'm trying to make sense out of this, ladies and gentlemen, but it doesn't make no sense to me. It's like what do they do on the trains in New York? Train surfing. It's like that to me. It just don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. But we send our condolences to this family for this tragedy, this senseless tragedy, another senseless killing. I don't know why we reported so many senseless killings, but I just do, because this was another senseless killing. I don't know what video game that they thought that they were copying, but it's just very senseless. And that's my view, and that's my opinion on this particular story. Can you drop my bomb for me, please? All right, thank you. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. You could have been anywhere else in the world, but you are here with me, and I so appreciate that. You can check us out on all our other social media platforms. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, and don't be afraid to share this content. All right. And also, until next episode, ladies and gentlemen, stay blessed and not stressed. I will see y'all later. Peace out. I gotta sneeze.